We have set yet another record for coronavirus cases. 2,900 more Marylanders have gotten the virus in just the past day.
I'm looking at the numbers here, and that's just the start of the concern here. Our positivity rate is above 7%. Weren't we at like 3 just 2 weeks ago?
Yeah, and then it was 5, and now it's...
We got 1,200 in the hospital right now, and that last figure, it's the one that we haven't seen since the end of May.
WMAR 2 News' Abby Isaacs spoke with the experts at Johns Hopkins. They shared what measures we can take as the CDC issues new guidance on your plans for Thanksgiving.
Experts equate it to pulling the emergency brake, enacting targeted restrictions to control the spread until we have a vaccine that's widely available.
The epidemic is uncontrolled currently in the U.S. Rates have never been this high.
New COVID-19 cases and hospitalizations are surging nationwide. Johns Hopkins experts say it's now the #1 cause of death in the U.S.
There's more people who have died this year from COVID than from, not only heart disease, cancer. It's really, in such a short time, taken over our healthcare system.
And unfortunately, they believe it's only going to get worse, saying there's usually a 3-week lag between when we see cases and when we see deaths.
We've seen an increase in the number of cases over the past 2 weeks of about 70 to 75% nationwide, and we can probably expect to see that number of increase in deaths over the next 2 to 3 weeks.
But these experts say it's not too late to reverse these troubling trends. They say we need to continue wearing masks, maintaining physical distance, and avoiding large gatherings. And in places with widespread community transmission and where hospitals are starting to come under strain, they recommend leaders close high-risk activities like indoor dining, bars, and gyms, but through a targeted approach while scaling up contact tracing.
In the course of contact tracing, those tracers learn a lot about where people have been in the last few days that may have contributed to their infection. And so that's a really important source of data for helping to target these restrictions as narrowly as possible so that they don't have to be community-wide closures.
The key is to try and limit the damage that's done over the next 2 to 3 months or more until we have a vaccine.
And experts expect most people won't be vaccinated until the spring or summer. So in the meantime, these continued efforts by everyone in the community are critical, especially with the holidays approaching.
The life you save may be your own.
Yes, your own and your neighbors and your friends and the people you don't know that you still should care about.
Today, the CDC issued new guidelines for Thanksgiving, urging Americans not to travel and cancel any plans with relatives that are outside of your household. In Baltimore, Abby Isaacs, WMAR 2 News.